Yeah. So just like here two different people have joined. Okay, so like what basic thing like you Shweta, you also know the basic things and what we are going to cover that you know, and already that I already explained in the last week to Tejasvi as well. So now what we will do is directly we will start into the session directly. So hope you both are installed Android Studios, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
already have, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So then I'll share my screen, and from there itself we will start like how to create a project and the basic things, because that what I'm going to cover here most it is should be the programmatical session. So I'm sharing the screen. Now I'm burning the Android Studio. So here, when we install an Android Studio for the first time, it will come like this. So means here this projects could not be there. It will be the empty. So from here now, just I'm creating one new project. So once I'm creating new project, here we have to select this is the empty vis activity, because when we select an empty vis activity, it will be created with one XML and one Kotlin file. So that's the reason that we required. So that's the reason we are selecting this. About these others, we'll see later how or what happens with those. If you select those activities, that we will see later. Now then, here I creating this with so one name first. First example, something I'm created this. So here the first I'm giving the project name, that is the first example. So better if project name also you can give first letter should be the capital, remaining should be normal. This is not mandatory, but if you should give like that, it should be the proper way. You should give that. And a package name. The package name always the package name could be small letters. So it could be minimum two identifiers. So but here now what I'm seeing here, like I'm creating here com dot androinian dot first example, like here means in between I'm giving my website name. But normally what happens here, when this client name and followed the project name, it will come. And this is the save location. So in this location I'm saving the file. Even if you want to change, you can change also. So here we are concentrating with the Kotlin. So Kotlin, either if you want to change Java also can change, but we are going with the Kotlin. And then after here, that is the minimum SDK. So here we are seeing that minimum SDK. So that is the SDK version. Here we are seeing that minimum means our application will support from this. And for the Kotlin, support is required. That is a Kotlin DSL that is recommended here. So that we are not changing. Just I'm clicking the finish. So once we click on the project here now, it will be create this, like it will create a project. In that project here now, it is created with one XML and one Kotlin file. Both files will be created here automatically. So first here, first we have to understand the Kotlin, because see like Kotlin, like you people, like it is Kotlin also different, XML also different. Both will be new. So that's the reason we have to concentrate here this. But here, if you want to discuss about the Kotlin, so already like you people know here when we create here, so some part of XML will be created here. So the basic Kotlin structure I already explained to Tejasvi in last week. But for you, Shweta, already you are aware of that. So that's the reason just I'm directly jumping into this topic here. So today first we will concentrate about the layout. So how to design the XML by using the different layouts, that we will concentrate here this. So for that now I'm selecting here the first is the relative layout. So there are different kind of layouts will be there. Relative layout, linear layout. So linear layout, then table layout. So table layout. Next, constraint layout. So constraint layout. Next is the frame layout. So these are the main layouts, like different will be there. First, we'll start from here. So now I want to see about the relative layout. So how this relative layout will be here, like here if you want to see the relative layout, so how this relative layout will be help here. So in this word itself, it is relative. So relation. So between relation between components, or relation between the components are with parent. Parent is nothing but the layout. So layout. So that how the relations that we will see directly here in this. Now this I'm coming back to this Android Studio. So now I'm closing this so that it will be clear. Now you can see here. Now the defaultly it is created as a constant layout, means this is the XML code which default will generated here. Now the first line, if it is the first line, that is the XML version and encoding, this line could be auto generated. So this will be here, no need to change anything, this automatically it will come. So this will be like even in the feature like that version code and encoding for something changed also, that come automatically, so no need to worry about that one. Then after that here, so this has started with constant layout, means the latest projects which we are creating, though defaultly coming with the constant layout. So it is starting with the constant layout, and it has starting line, and this is the starting tag and ending tag. So this is the partially close. So if it is a partially close, so I can arrange some components here, right? I have arranged some component here. This. But if you want to understand this, now what we will do here, now I'm not discussing about the constant layout. Initially, I want to discuss about the relative layout. So that's the reason I'm changing that. I'm removed that. See here, when I'm adding the layout on the top, automatically the bottom line is also generating here. Means when I'm adding the top, automatically the bottom, like ending line also it is having this. And after that here, now we have to concentrate these three. XML NS. NS is nothing but it's a namespace. So here we are arranging the components. So I'm arranging the components. Like I'm arranging the button, text view, checkbox, radio button. So like lot of whatever the components which help to design our user interface. So those are the components we are accessing through this folders. Means these all are the folders. Like Android is one folder, app is one folder, other is a tool. Like from this, we are accessing those schemas. Means initially first it was Android only. Then later after few days, some tools came that is from the here, and after this some app. This is like different properties we can access from the different folders. So that's why these three are required for the parent of the layout. Each and every layout, each and every XML file, these three are the mandatory. See, like even this is look like a URL, but if I copy and paste this here in a browser, we can't get anything, because that is an internal call to our environment. So these all the properties will call from the Android operating system. So these all are from the Android operating system. These all are the inbuilt paths. So from there we are accessing the data here. See, first one, Android. So Android tools. Then here if you see app, here it is the app. Like some properties we're accessing from the some folders, right? Now you can see next line, Android colon ID. So means each and every tag, either it start from Android tool or app, then followed by something like here colon ID. So we are defining one unique identification to this particular parent layout. This is a layout, right? For this layout, I'm defining the one ID, that is the ID here main at the rate main. So now it is here defining. Then, so for this layout width, layout height, width and height. So width means it's a left to right, height means top to bottom. So if you want to understand this clearly, I'll apply one property so that we can easily understand that. So here I'm applying some background color for this, so that I'm giving the HTML color code. So that is I'm giving like this. So ash followed by 0 to 9, A to F. So this is the HTML color coding, right? So even if you don't know this, no worry. Just give the background as followed by, you can give any random number. Then by clicking here, so automatically we can change from there. We can change here this, right? Now, see, because of this match parent and match means width and height, right? Width and height. So for any layout, not only this, any layout or any component, width and height, we can define in a different ways. So first one is the match parent. First one is the match parent. Second one is the wrap content. Wrap content. Third is the fill parent. Fourth and the last, this is the manual. So means total we can give this property in a 4 different ways. One is the match parent, second is the wrap content, third is the fill parent, and fourth is a manual. Like we can define in these 4 ways. But here we will see what is the meaning of each. So match parent, in that it is there. Match with the parent. See, if this is my mobile, let us say my mobile has the 5-inch screen. So your mobile is the 6-inch. Someone mobile has a 7-inch. So automatically, if it is a match, it can adjustable based on the size. Automatically, it can and it means it can occupy the entire space which is there on this particular device where your app is running. So that it is this. Then, for example, this I'm changing as a wrap content width. I change here width as a wrap content. So width means it is the left to right, right? So here the space is created here. This is the width, right? Similar height. So wrap content, wrap content. How much the content is there? Like here, this is a hello world. This is the text it is displaying here. See, if you want to see, just I'll zoom. See here, hello world. So this is the one it is displaying there, right? Hello world, it is displaying here. This now. Let us see here. Now I'll add something text here. Hello world. Good evening. How are you? Something. See, when I'm entering the text, gradually the width is increasing. Even height will also increase. Like just I enter some random message here. Now we can see when that is crossing that particular line, automatically the height is also increasing, means based on the content. So if how much content is there, it can occupy that much of space. So that is nothing but here width and height. So that is with wrap content. Wrap content is nothing but how much the content is there, that much you can occupy. Only that much is belongs to you. Right. The next fill parent. See, the fill parent has cycled with the line. So in any programmatical, not only in Android, if you go any development, like any, you can take Python, PHP, Angular, whatever the technologies you are developing, you can take. So where that any particular method or predefined properties are striking with the line means that has deprecated. Deprecated means that is replaced by some other property. So this fill parent is similar to match parent. See, when I changed height and width, it has occupied the entire screen. Means it is similar to the this property. So that's the reason it came on a top and bottom completely is occupied entire this thing. So that is like here it is a entire this means, but why this as replaced by match parent? So when before like Android initially, Android was supported only mobiles, right? That was specific resolution. Then after when Android version 6 has released, from that time that Android like Android architecture schema also, initially it was 32-bit. Then from Android 6 onwards it changed as a 64-bit. So when it is changed as a 64-bit, so that time it is supporting from very low resolution, means from watch to TV, means low resolution to very high resolution the Android is supporting. So that time fill parent got some issues when we are going with the high resolution as well as the low resolution. So that time that fill parent has replaced by match parent. Means currently we are not using the fill parent. In case if you got a chance to work on any older project in a company, if in case that property will be there, simply you can replace by match parent. Right. Then manual. So let us, I'll give 200 dp. Height also 200 dp. dp means density per pixel. Like I'll give like this. But even though nowadays this is also not suggestible, because there are different resolution of devices in the market. So each has different properties, like different screen sizes. So when I give like this, maybe in this screen, it looks like 50%. But if I can run in a different mobile, maybe lesser size of this, it may occupy 70%. More size, it may occupy 40%. So that's the reason this is also not adjustable. But any specific line, sometimes like some happens, like let us say I want to give one billing application to one restaurant. So all the restaurant waiters will use same size of the tab, means same screen resolution of the a tab they will use. When any that case happens, this may use on this particular scenarios, but other scenarios we cannot use this property as a manual. So right now we are using only two, that is either match parent or the wrap content. But you have to remember one thing: whenever the parent always should be a match and match parent. Why? Because when parent is a wrap content, when the content is increasing, it should not be looks good. So that's the reason entire screen should be a similar flow. That's the reason always the parent should be a match parent height and width. Right. Then here I applied one property called background. So before that there is one more tools. So that is accessed from here tools. That is a main act, means this particular XML is communicating with which Kotlin file, that it will define the file name will be the main activity. Right. Now this is just introduction about the XML here. Now in this XML, now I want to assign some things. So like here we will understand the relative layout properties. To understand the relative layout property, I'm taking button. So just I'm taking the button. See how I'm typing, just you can do like that only. See button, but maybe in your laptop searching could be different. My laptop could be searching different. Means here because of the intelligence of Android Studio, what I'm using the properties, those will come automatically on a first position. So I'm taking the button. So button has some height and width, right? So for the button, I'm giving the wrap and wrap content. Both are I'm giving the wrap content only. So for this button have some ID, right? So ID at the rate plus ID. See ID always it will be at the rate plus ID, because whatever the ID size, whatever the id we are giving, that will be create one stack, means that some it can allocate some memory for that. So that should be here. Because of that at the rate place means it will be added as a predefined sources, one memory can be allocated for this. So that's the reason at the rate plus id we have to give here this. And I want to display some text on the button, so that I want to display here one. Now that will be clear. Now I'm closed this, but here left side my button is touching the screen. So just I don't want to touch, for that I'm giving some margin. Margin means it will create a space around the component four sides. So 5 dp I have given the 5 dp. Say then the button has moved little bit here, little bit here, four sides it will be space, right? Like this, right? Now till this it is clear, or you have any questions?
Sir,
Okay, it's
clear.
clear. Yeah. So then now second button, I want to create a button beside this here, I want to create one button. So just I want to copy paste this. Right, just I copied and pasted here. So IDs could be unique. So that's why it is showing error. So I changed BT2. Then text I have changed as a 2. But now, surprise. What happened here now? Where is button 1? I'm seeing only button 2, but button 1 is somewhere. Means in a relative layout. When you create a relative layout, always that should be on a top of this. Means on the top of this, that should be here. Always it should be right side top position. It will take always right side top position. So that is the reason here we have to give some relative relation now. So I'm giving the relation. See, I'm using the property called end of at the rate id bt1. See, now it's seated exactly the end of the bt1. Right, I have given end of means after completing of that it has given here. Right, now again I'm pasting the same one more button. Third, now this button I want after 2. So 3 again it is replaced by 1. Now what should I give the property here? I want that button should be after 2. What should I give the property? So again I use the same property, right? End of,
Yes.
but instead of bt1 I use bt2. But now I don't want to use that. So instead of that I use write off bt2.
So
Write
can we
off.
use for two also? Button two we can use end of instead of end of we can use the right of.
Yeah, you can use say bt2. Here it came.
Mm.
But here, have you identifying any difference between those two, write off and end off?
Uh, right of is just right of that particular view, and end of means at the end, I think.
Yeah, both are same. But here, this came some warning here. This line indicates here warning. Means like just now I told the fill parent, right? Like similar
Yes.
here, write off is the older property. That write off is
Okay.
replaced by end off. So now
Got
we have to use end off. Don't use the write off.
got it, sir.
Yeah. Next, I want button here exactly the below of the 2. So here this is the PT4. Here the 4. So now I want that here. Means I'll use different property. Write off now cannot work, right? So I'm giving the below of BT2. But still I have given the below of BT2, but still it is in a below of BT1. Why? Because just I'm saying like, see, you both are seated in the first row. Next one person came. I said that you can sit next line. That's it. Means after 2, like first person. After 2, this. So he seated on anywhere on the row that will be next to only. But now that you have to define again the particular position. Again here I use the property called end of BT1. So now it is seated exactly the bottom of the 2. Right. Then next here, now I'll create one more button. So that exactly I want to sit below of the 4. So below of the 4. So what should I give the property? Tell me now. First property, what should I give?
Below layout below
Below of
four,
BT4.
four.
Right. Then next property.
End of
Yeah. So I won't give here end of or right off. But I'll give one more. That is the start off. Means I'm coming from the reverse. Start off 3. From that side also you can use the relation. Right? Either start off or end off. It should be center only, right? That will be clear. This property is clear.
Yes.
Then next. One
But
more
sir,
button.
when we use the start off, then it's come to the beginning, right?
Yeah, beginning. Right, correct.
But here it is in the middle. I didn't.
Beginning
Okay,
of
we have
beginning
used
of
the below,
three.
that is why it's come to down.
No,
And
no,
when we
below.
use the start,
Yeah, below it come to the next line. So
okay,
right start off means it is started here. That's why it came here.
got it. Okay.
Now I'm giving 6 here. So this exactly I want the bottom of the 5. So I'm giving again below of 5. But here I don't want to use end of start off. Instead of end of start off, there one more property called left off. So left off it3. But even though this left off also deprecated, similar to means always when
Right.
you find left, you can use
Mm.
start. When you find right, you can use the
End of.
end of right. That is correct. Right. Now here I want to give one more button. Exactly this is the below of the 6. So here below of the 6, but here I want to give this is the match parent. Instead of wrap content, I want to give the match parent. So when it is the match parent, we cannot define any right of left of because it is only occupying the entire left to right.
Yes.
So we cannot give any other property. Right. Next button, I want below, but I want to display here. So now, as of now, I have given the relations between the components. Means buttons is equal to component here. So I have given the component wise relation. But now I want to give different here. So this is the 8. 8. So 8. Here I want to give that below of 7. Right. So then
Yes.
I'll use right property. That is the align parent right. True. Align parent right true means automatically that can go and it will sit on the last position. See here it is seated here. Right. One more next button I want to give here. That is a 9. This button exactly the center of the page either from top to bottom as well as the left to right. So for
So
that
again, it's lining in the align parent right way.
align parent right way here align parent end you have to use end. Already I
Okay,
told that.
instead of that, we have
Yeah.
used end of.
Yeah, you can use here end. Don't use
Okay.
that right end property. Right, correct. So next I'm giving that central horizontal true. So horizontal means it is a right to left. Here see it end to center. The next central vertical true. So this has seated exactly the center of the page. Right. So next button I want to give here. So button, this is the 10. 10. So here align parent bottom true. Simple. That's it. Directly it came here. Now one more button here. In the last row, center. So then what should I give the property? Tell me. This is 11. So two properties. If I give the two properties, then only it will sit here. What should I give the two properties?
End of 10.
No. End of means it come here. I want here center.
Then center horizontal, yeah.
Correct. Center horizontal true. Then
And one more,
align parent bottom true. Right. See. Correct. Last button for this relative layout. So 12 button. So this button I want to align here. So that is the
And
bottom,
align parent end.
bottom align parent end.
Both.
Right, like this. Right, it is clear, right? Relative layout means here where we are giving with the align parent, where the align parent, central, horizontal, center, vertical, these properties we are using, right? So
Yes.
those properties are like those properties are, it should be normal, like it will be parent relations. So with that is those all are the relation with parent. But other, like where we have given right, left, bottom, and end, start, so those all the properties are component to component. So that is this example. Like now, on top of this, just I want to give one task for you people to practice on those. So that is like Windows 7. Windows 7 calculator. This you can take. This means better example. If you practice this one, right, you will get full clarity on the relative layout. So in this, I don't want all the things, only these buttons. From here to here, whatever the buttons as there, as it is, like here, see, 0 increased, equal to increased, like it is increased horizontally, it is increased vertically. So those similar view you can create by using the relative layout. Because in our real time also, when we are creating the project, most of the layouts we will do the combination of relative and linear only. Linear we'll discuss in next class. So the combination of these two only we will do many things. So that's why you have to practice more on this layout. So this is the first day. So because of the first day, I'm giving only one task. Later, if you have the time, you want more tasks, I give you more and more tasks. But for today, I'm giving
Share
only one.
that link so that we will create it. We will
Sorry.
all. Please share that link for the calculator one.
Yeah. This image I'll share you. This image I'll share
Yes,
you.
yes. That I got.
Yeah, I'll share you that image. So you can do that. So as of now, it is clear. Are you people have any questions on this relative layout? So Tejasri, what about you? Have any questions? Or it's clear?
It's clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So just you can practice these today. So maybe like this is the first day, right? Maybe the other people may come and go. So that's the reason. Just to wait for the 1 or 2 days. So after that, we'll spend exactly that 1 hour sessions. So with this, I'm wind upping the session for today. Just you can practice this today. Tomorrow we will see this. I'll share this recording as well as the uh, related other links which help to create this relative layout tutorials. I'll share you. So just we'll reconnect tomorrow 7:30. I think someone has asked a question. Yeah, it's every day. It's a 7:30 only. Okay, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.